So, for this second Calgary talk, I've been asked to demonstrate how I might use a 4-minute practice segment, and I've picked a passage to practice from the second Beethoven Sonata. So, I'm going to break this down into 4 one-minute segments, but before I start, I want to just say a couple of things. As far as I'm concerned, the point of practicing at all is to increase the probability that you're going to get it right in the concert. And the only way I know how to do that is to repeat the passage correctly as many times as possible. And as my friend, the great cellist Colin Carr, once said in a master class, the point of practicing is not to do it until you get it right. It's to do it until it is never wrong. So there's your objective. And the first thing we have to do with the passage is to analyze what's difficult about it. For me, there's 4 things. One of them is the fact that you have to move a great distance, more than an octave. And in the middle of that, you have to go over the hump, which is always kind of a challenge. The second challenge is that with each of the position changes, and there are 4, you have to grab 2 notes, ba-da, 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 at once. So, and that's dictated because of the rhythmic pattern. Third challenge is that you have to substitute the fingers correctly. The second finger has to become the first, the fourth, the first, on exactly the same pitches. And then finally, you have to do this all rather quickly. So, I'm going to start, I'm going to break this down. I'm going to use my trusty iPhone stopwatch. And here we go. First, I'm going to work on this trajectory. Trying to make it as simple and as linear a motion as possible. Remember that I'm not just shifting to 1 note up there. I'm shifting to at least 3, so that's helpful too. Now I'm going to grab these 2 notes at a time. In order to do that, I'm going to play them like a tremolo. Now I'm going to work on finger substitutions. Remember, the first actually has to come from the D string. Notice I'm going into the next position with the G under the 4th finger. So it's not this, it's same here, very importantly. Very quickly. 4 minutes is up. I've used that time very efficiently. It was only 4 minutes, but it was one of the hardest places in that sonata. I think I got somewhere on it. I'm not even going to try to play it now. I'm going to sort of put that to rest, let that, sort of cook in my fingers and in my brain for a while. Do it several days, and after a while you start to try the passage. I think you'll find that things are going more often right than they are wrong.